Did you know here at KCAA 1050 AM that we developed an app for all your Android devices? We're talking about your smartphone, your tablets, you name it. You have an Android format, you can take KCAA with you everywhere you go. We're talking about our audio stream, our video stream, and even our podcast. Go to kcaaexpress.com. That's kcaaexpress.com. kcaaexpress.com.
Welcome in, listeners. I'm your host, James Kane, and this is the James Kane Experience. I'm live in the studio with my family and some wonderful friends that will call in. In today's James Kane Experience, in the third segment, we'll be talking about James' weekly sports recap. In the second segment, we'll be reading a scripture, and it's called Reading for the Blind. In the first segment, we'll bring a subject that's old, new, but is a touchy subject. And let's get into it. Is slavery in the black community today caused by self-infliction, sorry. A little bit nervous. This is my first time being in the radio station, but I'll get through it. So, one day my daughter came home and said to me, "Daddy, why every time in school they always talk about slavery?" And I said, "Daughter, well, what do you think you are?" And she said, "Daddy, I'm not a slave." So I said, "Daughter, what you think is who you are. But what you do tells people what you think." So, when you're traveling home tonight, maybe you're coming from a club, or maybe just at a friend's house having a drink. Maybe you want to catch a taxi because we know that drinking and driving is a crime. So if we choose to drink, which is your choice, we have those who drink and we have those who don't. We all entitled to what we want to do. So if you're one of those ones who wants to drink and drive and you get pulled over, can you say they're racial profiling me? Or do you take accountability and say, I wasn't driving drunk, officer? But if you was, then that's what you choose, because responsibility is your accountability. So also, it's an old scripture that Solomon said. He said, nothing's new under the sun. So when your parents tell you as a child, son, be respectful, have integrity, shouldn't you display that when you're out in the community? Because today's times is so full of tension, we don't have any consideration for our neighbor. So, do you think you become slave to the moment, slave to the new idealism, or a slave to your own thinking? Whichever one you choose is good for you, but then someone else's perception, it may not be right for them. So we'll take a break, and I will be back in 1 minute. Okay, we're back, and I have a special guest that's sitting right next to me. It happens to be my daughter. And who say black men don't take care of their children? I done smashed that. So here she is talking about, is slavery in the black communities today a self-imposed infliction?
Oh, that's a good one. So, I think that we are slaves to our own mind. Is because number one, how you was raised, and then how your parents was raised. Also, that what they teach you, you're gonna keep it for life. So I just feel like if my mom, like, let's say, because we was talking about it earlier, let's say my mom told me, get up and look presentable. And so when you go outside, if you're in a different community, they don't judge you. So that's why I always get up and I'm like, oh, I got to do my hair. I can't just put on a bonnet and just go walk to the store because then, they going to judge me. So I feel like it's in my mind, that I'm stuck in, and then feeling and then seeing how back in the day slavery also mentally messed up them too. And then learning my history, I have that stuck in my mind also. So that's just my thought of it.
Okay, so it's more you're seeing yourself through others' perception of who you are,
Yes.
and it's has society placed any blame in how you see yourself as a black woman?
No, I totally agree with you. Yes, society has played a lot. Um, as I see growing up and still growing up, society played a lot in how I go about my life also.
So, but your shortcomings, do you take accountability or do you blame
No.
someone else?
No, I take full accountability. If, like you said, if you driving and I didn't had about four, Bud Lights, and he see me swerve
Yes.
to the yellow line, when he stopped me, I'm gonna be like, you know what, sir? He gonna be like, oh, he gonna say what he say, and I'm gonna be like, cause that happened to me one time. I was coming from my sister's house, and I had a stick car, and he pulled me over, and he was an African American man, and he was like, oh, ma'am, you were swerving. I said, I apologize. I didn't see that I was swerving. I am a little emotional right now because I came to my sister's house, and he was like, you know what? Thank you for telling me the truth. He was like, you be careful and get home safe. And I said, thank you, sir. And he
Yes.
left me
So
alone.
police, there you have it. There's police that sometimes racial profile, and there's police that's just doing their job. If you commit an infraction, it's his job to protect and serve. And when he catches you driving and swerving and comes serve you, do you blame that on slavery or do you blame that on self-imposed inflictions? Now, my next guest is Shy Shy. I'll pose the same question to you, Shy Shy.
I think that there are residual effects still present today from slavery, even though that happened decades and decades ago. I think that, for example, like this feeling that you're never good enough, feeling like you always have to prove yourself. I believe that feeling does come from the mental trauma that was caused in slavery when basically the black community was dehumanized. They were made to look like less than, like they were animals, not even considered as human beings that deserved the same rights. And so, therefore, we were made to feel less than right off the jump. And so then, even today, we can still have that mindset that, and we can enslave ourselves to that mindset of feeling like you are never good enough, you are less than, you have to work harder to prove to me or to whoever that you are just as good as the next person, while the other person doesn't have to do that. And that mindset can become exhausting. And you can even feel like, why even bother? What's the point if someone's just I'm going to step in the door and they're automatically going to shut me down before I say a word. So.
Oh, yes. Our contributions to America has been vast. We have given all we can give to America and even more. So today, we're bringing up this topic is because not to put blame on anyone, but individuals can be slaves in their own mind. Mm-hmm. When you go to work, arguing with your boss is not good for you. But you still want to take the behavior that you learned in your community and bring it to work, your attitude, your relationships, and you pay a price for it. So I would ask you today, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, what has put you in slavery? Is it smoking cigarettes? Is it don't want to listen to your mate? Is it your neighbor next door because he doesn't cut his grass the way you want him to cut his grass? Slavery is a massive infliction and infliction that can harm you, but it can also open your eyes up. Because today, I'm on the radio, and I know there's so many people out there saying, he shouldn't be on the radio. Why is he bringing up this subject? How dare he? And I'll say to them, because if you go back to that 13th Amendment, it says I'm free because I'm a proud Black American. We'll be taking a break. We're back talking about a subject that's probably 400 years old. But today, we can speak in harmony, and we don't have to be angry. It's just a topic. It's really about how you treat people, how they treat you. If you want someone to be your friend, do you know how to be a friend? Do you know what you do is how people want to perceive you? Well, I know out there's some a-holes, and you might be driving right now, someone cut in front of you, you done flipped a bird on him. But as he see you, is that the way you really are? Or you're just angry? My next guest is Bo Honcho.
Yeah, he did it.
Hello, Bo?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're kind of low.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're talking, the topic is slavery still a cause today in the black community, or is it self-imposed inflictions?
I believe that it is. I believe that there's a lot of good information pointing towards that being the truth.
And what is some of that information?
In terms of my own experience, you're just a little low on the volume, but if I'm to understand it correctly, I do believe that because of slavery, we have adopted a lot of not so good habits.
So that's self-imposed inflictions.
Yes. If you could help clarify maybe some of the things that I'm talking about, it might shed a greater light on it. I'm sure that you're familiar just as much as me or with anyone as to the challenges we face since coming up out of slavery.
Yes. Now, as a people, we have facing challenging times, but we're also have a surplus of how much a year? 2 point something trillion? That's not slavery.
You have a great way of promoting facts that should be easy for anyone to see. I just want to thank you and say hello to my radio family that's on, as well as the community. And for anyone who is blessed to hear this particular presentation, you guys are a very attractive board inside the radio. You actually should have some sort of television camera to show just how committed you guys are to success. I really do believe that if you were to just walk through some basic examples, that people may be able to understand how they have been, may I use the word brainwashed?
Well, some people are brainwashed, but some people are brainwashing themselves to believe that how they're living is the truth. But to someone else, how you living could be a lie. Meaning, sometimes we go out there, as we say, the hood. Me growing up, when I went out into the streets, I never came back home with the attitude of the streets because my mother didn't play that. So the example I'm giving is not putting the blame that slavery didn't exist, not putting the blame on slavery at all. I'm saying sometimes can we just be mentally putting ourselves in slavery by what we do? Cigarette smoke, alcoholism, gang activity, black on black crime. Some of these things we can solve ourselves. And I think if we continue to have discussions like this, I think we can overcome those situations and as one, make ourselves a better community. What you think?
I couldn't agree more. I think that the way you have presented the challenge to everyone at large is fair. Having the ability to receive anybody's thinking on this subject and to actually engage them in a logical way that is in chase of the truth. And then in order to arrive at the truth, we first have to admit that we have started by discovering a problem or dishonesty, and that we now seek the truth based on the dishonesty or the lie that we have allowed to exist within, our lives as a whole, pertaining to the specific focus and dedication people give to negative events, whether it is racism, whether it is drugs, whether it is crime of another sort. I think that you're being able to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and to repair the damage, whatever may, if there was damage to your life, how you did it is exemplary. And I think that many people need to understand that just because you did it doesn't prevent them from being able to use the same ingredients and the same formula to improve their life.
So you're saying that the great men think alike. Well, thank you, Bo.
Most definitely, it's the feathers on the same bird.
Yes,
Whether
sir.
you're a back feather or you're a wing feather or a chest feather, the bird is success. The bird is positivity. The bird is evolution, to evolve into something. We didn't start out amazing, but through dedication and hard work, you can become amazing. So you offer everybody the same opportunity by being able to identify a problem in their life and work on their own behalf to improve their condition. That is a honorable thing, and I believe it is something worthy of consideration, no matter what tax bracket you're in, no matter what your religion may be, or what social circle that you run with. I think considering that there may be a more positive pursuit to your peace and your happiness is definitely worth thinking about.
And that's a great topic for the next show. And I thank you for coming on and being a wonderful friend.
And I love my radio family. I thank my radio family. I thank the community at large. Love, peace, and hair grease. Please stay blessed.
Oh, there we go. See, there we go. See, that's what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. It's some people, you can talk to them for 5 minutes, but if you give them 10, they'll take your show away from you. Okay? Well, we're going to go to the break right now, and our next segment is going to be something dear to my heart. It's something that I know that it will grab you. It's like sitting your grandmother down, your uncle who turned 75. I'm visually impaired. Let me let you know what I'm talking about. And my daughter reads scriptures to me. Yes, I have screen readers, Fusion Jaws, but it's not the same dedication as your child saying, Dad, don't worry about it. Nourishing your soul is important to me. So we'll take a quick break, and we're going to get into Reading for the Blind. The boss will be reading from Genesis 1.
The original creation. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, and that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. I like to take a second right there because it said the evening and the morning were the first day. Me and my dad previously discussed this about maybe a few months ago about evening, how many people or many believers confused that it was morning before it was dark or evening. But it says here that evening and the morning were the first day, meaning that evening came first.
Oh, you're wonderful. You're going to have your own show in plenty of time. But please continue.
And God said there would be a firmament in the midst of the water, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together onto one place, and let the dry land appear. And so it was. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called the seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed it is upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seeds after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them upon the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day, over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth.
Thank you, daughter. God created the world. Now, we know this is basically not a religious show, so I don't want to offend anyone. So I would just say that creation is good. So you may be going through something today. Some call it mental illness. Some just think you might just be weird. But I say to you, I know there's good in you. I've been around a long time, and life is good. So if you're having a hard day or a hard night, as my daughter said, evening was the first day and morning was the second. That's a teaching you might have to take up with your pastor. We don't have enough time. I just wanted to say to all my listeners, every time you come to the James Cain experience, I'm always going to talk to you out of love and respect. So I say to you, today and tomorrow, can you just be respectful to our fellow citizens in your neighborhood or in someone else's? We're going to take a brief intermission, and come back with the James Weekly Sports Recap.
Minutes too long.
Welcome back, listeners. I know it may be still going on, but how about them Raiders? I know there's a lot of Raider fans out there, and there's two kinds of people in the James Kane experience: a hater and a Raider. I know everyone is dying. Oh, well, he didn't say that. Yes, we're back, the silver and black. So, over the years, we haven't been so good. We've been not the commitment to excellence. I think that's what's going on in our country too right now. The commitment to excellence is the American dream. And there's so much tension that we don't realize how great we have it. We can go to football games. That's something I love, going to a Raider tailgate, where it doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter if you had a bad day. It doesn't matter if you saved nickels to get a ticket. You are a Raider. And at that time, we together as one people. So, let's move on to them Dodgers. Now, I don't know the score right now, but we've been having it hard lately. Our bullpen has been killing us. But when you're a champion, sometimes it's things that you have to overcome. So is there anything in your life today that you would like to overcome? And if it is, find someone that you believe in or want to believe in to find help to restore you mentally and spiritually. Now, we went through a lot today, and I didn't know how to end this show because it's my very first show, and I'm having a wonderful time. So bear with me. Next week, I'll be a lot more professional because I strive off an excellence. I know you do as well. As you riding down that freeway right now, ooh, it's hot. Horns is blowing. People just trying to get on. And some of you may want me to be quiet. But let me ask you a quick question. Is the car next to you being driven by Donald Trump? It seems like he's everywhere. He has taken over our minds. He has taken over our stores. He has taken over our friendships. He has taken over our neighborhoods. I think I seen him riding down baseline in a lowrider. But we can overcome that too, because we are one great nation. And there's nothing that can tear that down. So as you taking your daughters, sons to the baseball games, or you taking your kids to the next AU, remember that sports heals. Sports is about discipline. Sports is about teamwork. Sports is something that we hold on to that doesn't have a certain identity that you can put your finger on it. It's just there. When you first get on the team, you're happy you made it. You go practice hard as you can, but after that, it's friendships that you take with you as a kid for the rest of your life. Well, I'm going to ask my family here, who do you love on your sports team?
My quarterback, Steelers all day. Steelers all day.
I love
You know,
the Steelers.
even though in the first quarter we playing Buccaneers, they got 7, we got 0. But you know, I don't care if they losing. I'm still gonna go just like you ride for the Riders. I'll ride for the Steelers, black and yellow.
Yeah, okay. Black and yellow. There it is. My daughter, Skittles, a hater. What about you, Shy?
I'm for the Steelers. I feel like I kind of.
Not another one.
My mom is a Steelers fan. She's a Steelers fan. So I'm a Steelers fan, definitely.
Yeah.
So what about you, the boss?
I mean, a lot of people tell me I can't do this, but I like both the Raiders and Steelers. Like, they both are good, but if I have to pick one, I would pick the Steelers, because the Steelers, we're a really good team. We just haven't been on our A game, but don't worry, we'll get to the playoffs, I hope.
We're gonna get there.
Oh no, we always.
We're gonna get
The
there.
problem with the Steelers is we can get there. We
just don't try.
We just don't get to the Super Bowl.
No, we just don't get to the Super Bowl.
We're in the playoffs.
We in the playoffs. It's just
So-
they do all wrong in the playoffs.
So they're like the Angels.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Yes. Oh wait.
Do not. Let's not talk about the Angels.
Hey, I'm
Because
neutral.
we beat
I like
y'all.
both of them.
We-
I like the Dodgers and the Angels.
I like the
You
Dodgers.
cannot like the
Yeah,
Dodgers
I like
liking
both.
the Angels.
Nah, I like
Maybe-
only
See,
the
listeners,
Dodgers.
this is how you keep your family together. Just talk sports, political talk. As I told you, there's Raiders and they're haters. Who are you rolling with today? Are you a Raider or you a hater? Or is it somebody you're just hating on because you don't like the way they look or how they dress?
True.
Is that the right way to be? For some it is, and for some it's not. But as for me, I look at people. I'm not seeing very well, so I feel their moods, their actions. Sometimes you can tell a person don't like you for how they breathe. It's just their emotions. And it's one thing I learned about being visually impaired. There's more people that can't see that can. So we're going to end this show on a high note today. And I just want you to overcome whatever mental slavery you have.
You got 10 minutes. Yeah. He said you got 10 minutes, so it's 4:38. We in at 5. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a quick break.
Yeah.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm getting warmed up here. It's starting to feel good to be on the radio. I woke up today. It seems like I had ulcers. It seems like my shoulder went out. And I said, wait. I don't know what's going on with me because I'm a talkative person. You know, if you meet my kids, my wife, they would say, well, Dad, you talk to us all day long. We want you to be quiet. And I said, change is hard. When you're going into something that you don't know about, but you want to just take a swing at it. You want to just say, you know what? I have did something for so many years. I just want to do something else to see if I'm good at it. And being on the radio, I know I can be good at it. There's a lot of talk shows out there. There's a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of things. But I have a lot to say. And once I overcome the fear of rejection, I will be a great talk show host. And I will continue to get better and grow your support as a listener. So right now, I'm going to talk to my family over here, and we're going to see, how do you feel on your first episode of the James Cain Experience?
Well, hi, I'm Skittles. I think it went pretty good for your first time. You know, yes, we gotta, wrinkle, iron out those little wrinkles, but I think you did pretty good, and cueing us in and everything else. How do you feel, Shy?
Yeah, I think the first show is always going to be the learning experience where there's just a lot of things to learn from. I feel like for the first show, it's great for us to do and then kind of learn how we can, make improvements from there. But other than that, it's nerve-wracking being on the radio in itself. So the fact that anything was said at all is an accomplishment.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The boss, how do you feel being on the radio at a young age?
I feel nervous because, I don't know. I don't think I would want to get out. I'm not saying this radio won't, but if this radio makes it far, and since people can see my face, and I don't feel like I would want to be famous, because then I would have people coming up to me and stuff, and I'm a very, not...
Antisocial.
I'm a antisocial
Yes,
person.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell.
that's only when you don't see yourself.
And put yourself out there.
But when others come and you get comfortable, then you turn into a star.
And
Because you know yourself better than anyone.
yes.
And this is where you want to be. That's why I chose you to be in this segment, Reading for the Blind, because I know that you will do well. And as time go on, you will get better and better.
Yes.
Just believe in yourself.
Yes. And being so young and having this opportunity, you can take it in. And then you can scratch this off if you have a bucket list. You'll be like, oh, I was on the radio with my dad. Scratch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can, one day you might actually like it and you want to probably, sit with my dad all the time and, become an expert, or sometimes you just want to be behind the glass of being an engineer.
Yes.
It's a lot of opportunities that open when you step through that door. So today, you should congratulate yourself because you read the Bible, you was good, and you stepped through that door, even though you was nervous. So it comes back to, James saying, the fear, but you overcome that fear because you stepped in the door and you helped him. You also helped him read the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for that. There you go, listeners. We're having a family discussion, a family affair. Sometimes you do things not with your family. We work all day. So we just pay bills. Work, pay bills. Work, pay bills. Work, pay bills. And we don't have time to be with our children. They can be young or they can be older. Sometimes we don't see each other for years or maybe months. So whenever you get a chance to call your son or your daughter, call them. Because as you see in the news, every day there's tragedies. Every day someone is suffering with a trauma. A lot of it is that I believe it has to do with love and caring. And I just found out after all these years that caring is powerful than love because love exists in caring. And caring is actually the action that you need. You can love somebody, but don't give them a call. Don't go see them. Don't help them down the street. You say, oh, you're disabled, you got a handicap. Don't you got access? There's accommodations. Well, I'm here to tell you that access will drop you off around the corner and you have a long way to walk. So if you use a walking cane, wow. That's why Victor Readers are wonderful because they have GPS.
Hey, GPS is your friend.
Yes, GPS is my
When
friend.
access drop you around the corner.
Oh, you don't want to get dropped off around the corner. Especially with the Uber drivers.
Not the Uber drivers.
All the Uber drivers will drop you off.
Really?
There's some great there. Open
Yeah.
the car door for me.
Yeah.
They take me in. They say, oh, no, I'm going to help you, sir.
Yeah.
But there's some that will pick you up and drop you off. And that happened to me, by the way, because I have stories, listeners. And as time goes on and I get more comfortable in this chair, I will fill you in on some of them. And you're going to laugh. Oh, yes, we also going to have laughter. I didn't bring the comedy in yet, but we're going to start having a lot of interviews with comedians. And we're going to make this into a fun hour from 4 to 5 on www.kcaaradio.com. So
449. 449.
So let's continue
You can cut it.
with our next week's topic. We're gonna deal with social media attention. Does social media take all your attention? It's a wonderful tool, but do we give it our full attention? Take us away from our families, take us away sometimes from reality. So we'll dive in that
Way too much.
next Saturday between the hours of 4 to 5. I want to leave you with this. If your life is not the way that you see it being right, regroup, restructure, refocus on what you have left. Thank you, listeners. You were tuned in to the James Kane Experience. Until next week, love your neighbor, love yourself, and love who you would.
Express 106.5 FM. The #1 FM talk radio station in the Inland Empire. KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. Express 106.5 FM.
This segment sponsored by our friends at the all-new Sammy's Restaurant. Sammy's is now open in Calamasa at exit 88 off the 10 freeway next to the Jack in the Box in the former Bob's Big Boy Restaurant. Not to name drop, but Sammy's in the former Bob's is a lot like Norm's. It has an extensive menu with multiple restaurants in Rialto and places like Upland and Rancho Cucamonga. Sammy's is a great place to dine. Their menu is very similar, with their American trio of delicious steak, shrimp, and chicken, and an expansive menu. You won't go hungry, and you won't go broke at Sammy's. You can come meet Sammy and his family. Sammy was a chief cook for Norm's for years, and it shows in his menu. Sammy's is a great place to meet the family, friends, or have a community meeting. You can ask about their private meeting room, available for parties of 15 or more on a first-come, first-served basis. Sammy's is now open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day at 5